Thousands of climate experts, activists and policymakers gather for an annual conference on climate change called the Conference of Parties, or COP. This annual meeting for all the 198 parties included in the United Nations framework on climate change brings together a diverse group of world leaders, institutions, climate experts and a whole array of fossil fuel lobbyists to discuss climate and national commitments. Since November 10th in Brazil, the COP30 conference has brought together leaders and climate actors at a time when expectations for tangible commitments to the planet are intensifying. For Africa, it is both an opportunity and a challenge. The issue is no longer just to formulate any sort of ambitions, but to translate them into measurable results. Also representing 27 member states, more than 440 million citizens, a team of the EU negotiators are on the ground at the conference, pushing the international community to strive for bolder action to cut emissions and adapt to the impacts of climate crisis, also commit the necessary finance to achieve the Paris Agreement objectives. And reading this headline, we have with us Dr.Wafik Noseir, member of the World Congress for Environment. Dr. Noseir, thank you so much for joining us. The COP30, and we find, reading through this headline, Africa on the brink of a decisive moment. How do you read Egypt's commitment to human development and Egypt's vision 2030, of course, reflecting the vision of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to align population, health and education with sustainability?
Hi, good evening to you and to our precious audience, of course.
Thank you.
Cooperation of partners conferences, which is called COP, is like the World Cup for planet Earth. Not football, but for planet Earth. So this huge gathering every year now is COP30. We have achieved 3 goals. Let me describe it simply for the audiences. The first one is supercharged clean energy path. Also the green hydrogen that can be produced from the sea water, the ocean water. Imagine solar panels cheaper than coal. So the second goal is nature-backed play. Nowadays, while the conference is hosted by Brazil inside the Amazon forest, so this will clear the picture for the forests, and where Brazilian president as well is intending to make a world fund especially for this issue, for the tropical forests forever. So we are not just saving forests, but unlocking billions of carbon credits. This fund will be like the one Egypt initiated in COP27, where for the protection of seashore. The third goal will be in COP30, despite, let me stress that, despite the absence of USA in reducing carbon emissions this year, but together we turn climate action into economic boom in history. So let us cheer for Brazil and wish for the best to come.
Yes, well noted. Thank you so much, Dr. Wafik Noseir, member of the World Congress for Environment. And definitely Africa is going also to strategically align its resources with development priorities and ensure adaptation, mitigation and sustainable growth through sharing in this important COP. Well, more on our topic for tonight. We are talking about how Egypt is leading a new era of regional diplomacy, from Khartoum to Nairobi and beyond.